is massive.
What an incredible structure.
So that high point is where this tower fires its divine lightning.
You can still hear the battle going on outside through there.
They're still putting it all on the line for us.
The Zauber's soldat should stop moving after we disable Elysium. Do you see the central terminal?
It's that. That looks exactly like...
It's a black version of the sonorous seashell. So they really did duplicate it.
They must have used the same method to duplicate the Emperor's artifacts.
Now we know why the fight to get the shell was a little too easy.
It looks like it's fitted to amplify Elysium's power.
That would be correct. I have been anticipating your arrival. Welcome, Rean Schwarzer and Class 7. The same to you, Lloyd Banning's Special Support Section. And to you also, former Governor General Rufus Final. To the Bracers, Gralsritter. To those once with Ouroboros, or the Garden. And a special welcome to you, Elysium's first Administrator. You have assembled a fine, formidable group.
Knew we'd run into you. So he's a replica of Rean's?
How does he know about us?
Must be playing dirty and using Elysium's power.
What? This feels somehow different from when we met in the castle.
Chest feels really...
What is this?
Why? I don't understand.
Why do I feel like this?
What's gotten into you all? There's something very different about this one. He's not like the Divine Blade of Wind or McBurn's.
The Supreme Leader was a perfect replica of me, but he...
Everything about him outside of what we can see of his face is different.
But when I look at him, I can't help but feel he has to be Rean. Just who are you?
I have already answered that question. I am.
Huh? His name is still... No, it's as though his very being is somehow distorted.
So, I was right.
What's that, Lloyd?
Lloyd?
You figured it out. Now you know the truth behind what's happening, and what stands behind Elysium.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
I thought Elysium alone was at the center of this. Is that not the case after all?
It's not. What we're seeing shouldn't be possible. But the Rean standing before us is as real as the Rean who stands with us. He's just a version of him had he made a different choice in life.
Wait,
I don't understand.
neither do I.
The basis for my belief stems from what happened 2.5 years ago in the Azure Tree. There we learned a truth that shocked us to our core. We learned that every one of us in the SSS had died in battle.
The truth weighed upon the little girl left behind. It weighed so heavily upon her that she used the power she possessed to undo their deaths. It was something she should never have done, and she knew it, but she couldn't help it.
Kia.
The power to rewrite destiny at work. We never had the chance to hear much about that side of events.
It happened when we were dealing with the cult then?
We only learned of it in the Azure Tree ourselves.
That's right.
We've got no one to blame but ourselves for not being strong enough to stop it.
Then, Mr. Grimwood and Bell went on to try and use that power to remake all of Crossbell.
So what's happening here is...
The world in which we live now is but one of an infinite number of paths history could have taken. The smallest of differences in how we live and act can have massive consequences for the future. Can you think of times where your actions could have led to a radically different future?
When I took all of the Great Twilight's curse into myself, if we didn't have the Holy Beast's earthen prison... No. It can't be. Then you're...
Who I am, yes. I am another future calculated by Elysium. Another Rean Schwarzer. From the Great Twilight's curse, I was given form. Call me Ishmelga Rean, if you will.
That's... the Sword of the End?
Or Tachi of the End, in this context.
Then you really are...
Are you Ishmelga?
No. I am Ishmelga no longer. Nor am I Rean Schwarzer. I am what would have been, had destiny followed a different course. After the final rivalry, the Ashen Knight and I departed the Imperial Fortress. Beyond the atmosphere could be found a space, ruled by naught but an all-consuming darkness. There, Rean Schwarzer and Ishmelga were swept in a vile, unending cycle of fusion and domination, of denying one another self in a battle for control. This conflict within us birthed a perennial being who had long forgotten what it once was. It was a rivalry staged to never have a victor. All that was left was to wander the darkness and endure the hopeless battle within. That was its fate.
That's... awful.
How could you endure so much torment?
Milliam and I couldn't stick with him till the end, huh?
We were already at our limit as it was. If we had just done a single thing different.
This could have been my future. Elysium made untold calculations to see this potential future, and through it found evil incarnate in the form of Ishmelga.
Is that what eroded Elysium and purged Lapis from its system? Yes, that's how it sounds.
You have my thanks, Rean Schwarzer.
For what?
When I first awakened here, my existence was still unstable, my unending conflict festering within. But two beings who cannot coexist resonate with one another, assimilate when they meet. That resonance allowed me to break free from my stalemate and establish a self in this world. My existence is a higher being, an amalgamation of Rean Schwarzer and the Great One.
So that's why you're here.
Then everything you've done here was in order to destabilize Rean's existence and establish your evil in his stead.
Your thanks leads me to believe we were destined to come here all along.
We may well have. Elysium's existence means our being here could have been within its calculations.
Unbelievable.
You did manage to surprise me in one way. I had expected the first to reach the truth would be Rean Schwarzer, or Elysium's former administrator. not a mere police officer.
It's all an experience. You gave me yours, and I used the evidence found from mine to come to a conclusion. Maybe I needed my friends' help laying out the pieces, but it was thanks to them that I had those pieces to put together. I wasn't alone, and that made all the difference.
Lloyd. So it's time you talked. What are you trying to do? You're only here because Elysium's calculations found you as an alternate possibility, right? What's your goal here? What drives you to make a mess of the entire continent?
A mess? What a peculiar way of putting it. My goal is to save this continent. This world. You thought Elysium finding me was coincidence. It was anything but. Elysium may have been corrupted by my influence, but its goal has remained entirely unchanged. It found precisely what its instincts drove it to find. It sought the hero who ended the Twilight, Rean Schwarzer. And it sought the cause of the Twilight, Ishmelga. All for its goal of uniting the continent and gifting it eternal peace.
What? Nothing you've said has made any sense.
It's also completely incongruous with your actions.
The Great Twilight made clear the imperfections of humanity and the evil that pervades it. Elysium knew it would keep inviting upon itself disaster if left to its own devices, and it would not be long before the next. My actions seek to remove the seeds of disaster before they can bloom. Who better to act than one who is the embodiment of evil and the hero who sacrifices himself to bring salvation? Elysium could seek no one finer.
Then this tower is for that purpose.
Everything that's happened has led to here, it would seem.
I stand before you to carry out that which Elysium deemed best after untold calculations. Once the world's recreation is complete, humanity will ascend to its next stage of evolution.
You're making quite a number of assumptions. Elysium's nature is to observe and to calculate, nothing more. It can't draw conclusions or understand what's best for this world. And you had better stop acting like it does. Discovering and realizing you was never intended in its realm of possibilities. All you are is a bug in the system.
You tell him, Lapis.
Phew, she's on fire now.
You're very confident in your ignorance. Elysium expelled you for standing in the way of its objective. You aren't half the expert
And you aren't half the expert on this world. I never realized how much I didn't know till I had my body. I didn't know about all the different kinds of people who lived in Crossbell and Erebonia. I didn't know of the hardships they had to endure just to live their lives, or of the strength they mustered to overcome them. I didn't know how delicious lunch or dessert was. I didn't know they could taste better just by eating them with someone else. I didn't know there was so much in this world that can't possibly be calculated. So, Elysium's logic is flawed. Any conclusion it tries to reach without knowing what I know now can't be anything but. And if it dares to force such a future on us, well, as its former administrator, I'm going to stop it!
As if you have the strength. What do you expect to achieve alone?
She's not alone. We're right here with her. Now that I know the truth, it's hard to look at you and not feel all kinds of emotions. I wonder if I'm only standing on this side because I was a little bit luckier. Or maybe the karma from that has given me these changes to my hair and eyes. But I'll balance it out by bringing you back, Rean. No one should have to bear the burden of saying goodbye to everyone they love. So I want to free you from your curse. I want to share with you everything our father, master, and loved ones wanted for us.
Rean.
Not often you get a chance like this.
We're going to make you see just how much it hurt to lose you.
When our instructor's down, it's up to us to cheer him right back up.
It's funny how much they're like us.
Yeah. Becoming junior bracers helped us form so many wonderful connections. They started in Liberl, then they grew to Crossbell, and even Erebonia. No man is an island, and our bonds give us the strength to surpass anything life throws at us.
You have been behind everything that's plagued Crossbell since the day of the signing ceremony. Ishmelga Rean. We will be placing you under arrest for its illegal occupation and subsequent large-scale terrorism. Only then can we call this case closed.
We have no reason to hesitate.
As police, as human beings, it's our duty to see this through.
We went through a hell of a lot as old co-workers, so I've got no problem knocking you on your ass when you're out of line.
Enough. I tire of this. If you insist in standing in the way of this world's rebirth,
What?
Where'd they...
it's time you learned how heavily your fate rests in my hands. This continent will be united, and it will do so atop your corpses!
Damn it. Nothing is working!
You okay, Rean?
Their mana is building to impossible heights.
Is the assimilation advancing further?
That's exactly what is happening. A being should not be able to do battle with itself. The act threatens the laws of this entire world. But it won't be long before all is well. For your end will come by my own hands! Descend, almost primal and ultimate being! So Gilstein, the Zeroth Knight!
The Zeroth Knight.
All of its readings are off the charts. How is this even possible?
Wait, if he's Rean and Ishmelga as one, then this night can only be...
It's the Great One forged through the final rivalry. This is what Valimar would have become if we had allowed the process to finish.
Then it holds the power of all 7 knights and of the Fire and Earth Septarions?
This isn't anything like what we fought in the Imperial Fortress.
Is there anything Elysium can't recreate?
How are we supposed to best this? Stop, guys! You can't give up yet! Can you hear me, young ones? We're ready to send what you requested. Set the coordinates!
All right.
Give us a hand!
Of course.
Got it. The next step is you, Father Thomas.
Now go, machines of man!
The branch campus's soldats!
Instructor Rean and Crow's Tierfing units were sent too.
It's already been repaired?
That's how George and Makarov do it.
Is that Golden Helmered?
I arranged for an undamaged unit to be configured to my specifications after our battle in the city.
When?
You've always got something going on. Rufus.
I'm simply doing my part. The rest, I'll leave to you.
Right.
We're counting on you all.
Show off a little for us.
You got it!
What fools. Do you believe those heaps of scrap can defeat 2 Septarians?
We got time to find out.
If we coordinate well enough, I'm sure they can.
Elysium has calculated your chances of winning. And they are 0. Be as sure as you like, but nothing can change what has been predetermined!
Damn it. Are you... guys?
2 Septarians. Make for a force to be reckoned with, I see.
Rean. Yuna!
Soldats can't even hope to compare.
Is there nothing that can stop him?
Now do you understand that Elysium's predictions are absolute? Give up. There is no hope of victory. Give up as you did at the Imperial Fortress. When you chose to sacrifice all you were for love.
Instructor.
Care to share what you find so amusing?
I was just thinking, and you really aren't me at all. I didn't almost choose that because I had given up. I always thought that even if I went through with it, I would reunite with my friends again in the future. And even if that stopped being possible, even if I were to lose myself as time went on, I would have fought till the very last moment to cling to that hope.
Don't worry. I promise we'll see each other again.
Thanks for everything, guys. I'm so grateful for all the time we shared together. Take care. You think I'd give up here after coming this far? Get over yourself! I'll never disappoint my loved ones, or the partner who said he was proud of me. Not a chance in hell!
Rean?
What a guy.
I'm through wasting my time with you. Now be gone with you, and rue your incompetence, as you fail to protect everything you hold dear.
Rean! Instructor!
He damaged it!
What is happening?
Well said, Rean.
It can't be. Is that you, Valimar?
That it is. It's been a long time, my partner. I owe this to Elysium, realizing the 0th night in this time. Their being has helped to re-establish the concept of the 7 divine knights here. It has allowed us to defy the world's current laws and tether ourselves to your machines as concentrated points.
What are you talking about? That's It's not possible!
Rise again, Crow. Our time to fight is now.
Or Dean. Thought you'd long checked out of here.
Well then, will you fight with me one more time?
Through my power, what transient, I shall. Show to all how you have grown, Rufus!
I have been watching you all of this time, Rean. I have seen you work to nurture your friendships, even while paying with doubts following the war's end. The time to face yourself and prevail is now, and through it all, my strength will be yours.
Thank you for letting me lean on you.
This is a surprise. I didn't see myself facing off against the Ashen Azure and Auric Knights. But you'll need more than this to defeat me. You are 3, and the Zeroth Knight is 7. You'll need more than the essence of knights who can't even take their true forms!
You may think yourself perfect, but we will show you otherwise.
You're not gonna have time for your calculations with all the surprises we've got in store.
Onward!
For Dean!
Acknowledged!
This isn't happening. How are you able to defy Elysium's predictions? It can't be.
He noticed us! How much longer, Lapis? I'm almost there! Not much longer before I sever the connection between him and Elysium.
You damn nuisance!
Crap! He's gonna take the whole terminal down with us!
There's no way we can stop that.
Just run! Run!
No!
Rufus!
Keep at it! This is something that only you can do. So do it. Show me who you are. The one and only Lapis Rosenberg!
Multi-layered control circuit connection terminated. Tampering Mobius model. 3, 6, 7. Authentication requirements bypassed. I've got it!
Disconnecting Elysium!
Now, Rean! It's time, Crow! Right! Invite deadly domination!
Rean!
Where am I? Hey there. Me. Weird to think it's our first time talking like this. Huh? Yeah. But I knew you were there. I've sensed another self inside of me this whole time. So what is this place? Well, now we're inside of me. Oh, but don't worry. He isn't here with us. That's good. Does this pain mean? Yeah. It's a sign our assimilation is just about complete. It won't be much longer before there's only one Rean Schwarzer out there in the world. Don't let that scare you. After all, you and I are one and the same person. Just... If we become one, who I am now will end up inheriting Ishmelga, right? Right. But if you think about it, it's a good thing. How? By assimilating with you, he'll have established a physical existence in this world. I'm a shadow of who I once was. I'm powerless to do anything against him. But you're not. Assimilate with him, and use Zoa Gilstein's power. And with it, you can free yourselves from the goddess's shackles, and go wherever he can't cause harm. You can take him off this continent, through the atmosphere, and that way, end this for good. Could it? He's now carved a place for himself in this world. It's the only way to get rid of him. The evil in humanity's hearts will never vanish. And that means if he's here, however dormant, he'll still have the means to keep coming back. It's not right to burden future generations when it can be solved now. By me. And only me. Please, accept what I have to do. Rean Schwarzer. No. I can't do that. Why? I told you, it's the only way to get rid of him. Is your life more precious to you than others? If you cared about them. That's not it, Rean. There was a time when I would have accepted it. When I would have shouldered the burden on my own. I was willing to sacrifice it all if it meant it saved the people I loved. But that didn't save them. Not a bit. Sacrificing myself didn't bring them happiness. Instead, it just broke their hearts. As a catalyst for the Great Twilight, I didn't believe I had the right to be happy. Honestly, a part of me still believes that. But approaching it as a right or wrong perspective misses the point. I have an obligation to be happy, because our happiness isn't made alone, nor is our unhappiness made alone. If I want the people I love to be happy, then I need to be happy too. So that's my goal right now. And that means I'm through with shouldering the burden alone. From this day forward, I'm going to trust my loved ones. Even the ones I have yet to meet. If we find ourselves up against the same great evil again, then I'm sure we can find a solution that will let all of us continue being happy together. So that's how you want to go about it. So, maybe I am you. But it's plain as day that you are not me. I'm a little jealous. All right. Then I'll believe you can win too. You've beaten him once. I'm sure you can again. Yeah. We will. We're almost out of time. Well, see you, Rean. It feels weird saying it to myself, but stay well, Rean.
Power's becoming unstable.
Oh, come on. Doesn't this thing know how to die?
It'll be fine. We're almost there.
Rean!
You're back to normal.
Yeah, I managed to free my other self. Now we just need to defeat Ishmelga.
I see.
Then we'll handle the rest, Rean.
Let's settle this.
I'll work my hardest in Rufus's stead.
I will recreate this continent by returning all to nothingness.
Not gonna happen on our watch.
We won't let this chance given to us just now go to waste.
Or the prayers of those who let us come this far go unanswered.
All together now. Our future is ours for the taking!
Right!
We did it!
Yes, it's finally over.
Why? This cannot be! My defeat at your hands was never meant to be possible!
That belief is what led to your downfall, even though we're the same. Or were. You're just Ishmelga now. This isn't the first time we've struggled to win. We've had times over the years when our chances were all but zero. But we're here now, aren't we? We defied the odds and came through every time. Because we weren't alone. Because we chose to support one another.
That strength is why we can always persevere. And humanity will continue to bolster that strength for generations to come.
Nonsense! A concept so worthless could never...
You're the one who's worthless. All you are is an illusion. A fleeting nightmare Elysium had the misfortune of noticing. Now, return to that illusory void of nothingness from whence you came.
Curse you, former administrator. I will never return Elysium to the likes of you.
Nor do I want it. No one will have it. Elysium will be deleted. It's already in progress.
Fool! Do you not understand what you're doing? Elysium Elysium is a miracle that will usher in a new age!
The world isn't ready for Elysium. Not yet. There will come a time when humanity will create Elysium on its own. I don't know when that will be. Years, tens of years, or perhaps even hundreds of years. All I know is that they'll make their own calculations and one day fashion an Elysium of their own. And when that happens, I pray they'll know how to use it the right way.
Pray? You are a machine, a doll. Yet you expect your prayers to hold meaning?
I do. And they will.
What madness! There's little point in swaying anyone so far gone. Yet, if that is humanity's choice, then their future remains in their hands.
Come on.
Are we out of time? No! We should still have over 10 minutes!
Help me!
We can stop it, can't we?
I'm trying, but I can't control the tower or the divine lightning.
You can't?
What did you do?
I entrusted the controls to a much higher force. The same force that first spawned Elysium. Humanity's wretched collective unconscious. Now, divine lightning shall continue to rain judgment down upon wherever humanity's hatred is at its peak.
What? What?
That's all Pleroma grass! It's nothing like any that have appeared in the past either.
It's using the spirit veins as a channel to read people's minds.
It can do that?
Zemuri's rebirth is now at hand. There is no stopping judgment now. Not until all hatred vanishes from this continent. Show me what your precious humanity.
He stopped functioning. But how do you erase all hatred from the continent?
You don't. You can't. Not as long as we can feel it.
The stakes have gone beyond just a Calvardian base.
It's poised to keep firing until there isn't a single human being left standing.
It's between that, or the spirit veins it's drawing its power from drying up.
Whichever comes first, the road still leads to ruin.
No!
Who'd have thought this is what would be waiting for us?
So,
Humanity will be the one to bring punishment upon itself. Not quite the ending I predicted. I suppose it's karma at its finest.
This is not a matter to romanticize.
Huh? It's so hot! It's readying itself to fire. If we stay here.
No. Can't we find some way to stop it?
There's no time, Lloyd!
We just need to move outside for now. Come here, everyone.
Back us up, bros. Gladly. We'll transport you to an appropriate location outside. Huh?
No! We couldn't stop it.
Rufus? Where are you, Rufus?
Wait.
I don't see him.
Did the teleportation fail?
It did not.
He moved out of range at the last moment before it activated. I felt it.
Why would he do that?
He didn't. He can't be planning to.
I suspect so.
What is he? Rufus?
People of Zemuria. I am Rufus Alberea, Supreme Leader of the United Nation of Crossbell. The myriad of retaliative parties gathered across the land have responded to my midday declaration. And what a foolish response it was. Hostility. Their actions stand in direct opposition to the absolute peace I so desire, and it is now my duty to act with a firm hand. As such, when the time is right, I shall rain down judgment upon this fair earth through use of divine lightning.
What?
I can't believe it.
It has become painfully clear to me that creation can only come following destruction. The vital act of uniting this continent was never going to be possible without significant sacrifice. Knowing this, I have been working toward this goal in the shadows for years, paying whatever price I must.
What?
What is he talking about?
The Azure Tree incident but over 2 years ago, and the Erebonian Civil War that erupted in tandem. The attempt on Emperor Eugen's life last year, and the formation of Operation Jormungand in response. The unrest that has spread across Jirai and Northumbria in the months following the war as they vie for independence. Even the use of Crossbell as a foothold to spread chaos far and wide. All of this was to achieve a great and just cause. The unification of Zemuria.
That isn't possible.
It can't mean he was behind all of it.
I shall not prolong our wait a moment longer. The divine lightning will strike without mercy, purging any who impede our path to a more righteous nation. Only through the eradication of evil can Zemuria thrive. There will be tears that follow, suffering to bear, lives that are sacrificed, All trifles well worth the loss for the future gain!
Just shut up, you crazy dictator! Who gave you the right to decide our future?
He's a monster.
All these years and all this misery we've had to endure was his doing!
Their emotions are all concentrating on the tower.
Yes. Their anger, their sadness, their fear, and the seething hatred born from them.
If the divine lightning automatically targets the subject of people's hatred...
Oh, so that's his play.
No!
Damn it!
Rufus.
Again and again. Must you always try to do everything yourself?
The time is almost upon us. No nation is to be spared from judgment, however great or modest, be it Erebonia or Calvard, Leman or Orid. I hope, with all my heart, your leaders have the clarity to make the right decisions before it is too late. And with that, I bid you a good day.
What just happened?
Did we all see that?
Vision?
It must have been Elysium's final prediction of the future. Which means it's not too late. Please, I'm begging you. Please help me. I want to save Rufus.
Consider your request accepted.
You're sure?
You really going back in there?
There's a lot I still want to say to him. Besides, how are we supposed to call this case closed without taking every suspect into custody?
That's right. We've never done things half-baked.
I will see you back to the tower. I only regret to say, the instability of the spirit veins means I cannot take you all.
Then I would like to be one of the ones to go. I have an obligation as his brother to see this through. I'll be back soon, Milliam.
Got it. Take care, okay?
We're going too.
The boss owes us big for all the OT he's made us put in, and I'm not letting him off the hook. Parfaits are on me once we finish this and cash out, okay, LP? Thank you. Both of you.
I wish I could go, but I'm sorry to say I'm spent. Rufus is in your hands. I believe in you guys.
You can leave reaching out to folks and evacuating the citizens to us. Go put a bow on this once and for all.
You better come back. Drag the stubborn bastard out by the scruff of his neck if you have to.
Got it.
Come then, to me!
It's even hotter than earlier.
I had hoped to take you to the central terminal, but the spirit veins appear to have led us astray.
It's fine. We know the way there.
We just got a beeline to where the vision showed us.
Yeah. Let's get back to the central terminal.
We're coming, Rufus. Rufus! Where are you, Rufus? He's not here?
Then, where could he...
Watch out!
You can still move?
Whatever. We'll take you down as many...
Wait. Something is different. Are you?
I didn't think I'd get a chance like this at the very end. I've really missed you, Eustace. You too, Lloyd.
You're... Rean, right? The other possible Rean, who fused with Ishmelga.
Huh?
Yeah. It's me. Thanks to your win. I've been given a little time to be myself.
I see.
It was vague for me, but still, I was able to watch. Milliam and Crow looked like they were doing well.
They are. They were quick to go right back to being their old selves. Though Milliam may as well have glued herself to me at this point.
Why doesn't that surprise me? I'm so glad. It was worth it.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known we were going to meet you, I would have brought her with us.
Don't worry about it. It's enough knowing there was a future where everyone could be happy.
Rean.
I don't have anywhere near as much time as I wish I had, but there's something I think you need to know. It's what I saw at the end of another future.
What do you mean?
It's about 3 years from now. Maybe not even that far off at this point. In the not-so-distant future.
It's okay. I appreciate you trying to warn us, but we might be better off not knowing.
I agree. We've said goodbye to Elysium, and with that, we've said goodbye to hearing more what-ifs.
Whatever comes to happen, we'll get through it. You can count on it. Not just the SSS. We've met so many great people who support us from all walks of life, and I have no doubt that there will be plenty more to come.
All right. Maybe. That's just the way it should be. I'll leave everything in this timeline to you. Keep an eye out on everyone, including me.
Sure, Rean. Easy done.
Oh, look!
Do you think? Let's go see.
It's almost time. I can only laugh. I lived such a hollow life. I never became more than my father. I never achieved anything of worth. And yet, I feel strangely fulfilled.
Rufus!
Rufus!
Why are you...
You just had to go out of your way to make this job difficult for us.
Thought you could take your exit without paying up, did you?
You didn't... Did you come all this way to save me? Even you, Eustace and Lloyd? Or perhaps you wanted to get in one last punch?
You've earned far more than one, my brother.
I'll say. It's time you owned up to just how many offenses you've committed. Lord Rufus Alberea, I hereby place you under arrest. Your sins are too numerous to count. But the worst, the very worst of them all, is the crime of not understanding just how damn loved you really are.
How did I not see it? That I had what I wanted this whole time.
Let's go, Zeit!
Any luck?
None. Can't find a thing in the logs.
Same for you, then. I was hoping there'd be something. Sucks for us.
Yeah. And I guess that's just how things were meant to be.